Welcome everybody to the fourth ever Untitled podcast between myself, Stonewall, and my co-host Lorenzo Rocha. How you doing, dog?
Doing great.
Doing great. This is actually the second time we tried to record this. We were like 5-10 minutes in last time, then the power just went out. Internet goes
Power went
out,
out. Ruined it all.
ruined it all. I don't even remember what we were talking about. Oh
Week
wait, yeah I
14.
do. Oh wait, yeah I do. The NBA season's here. How hyped are you, Roach?
I don't think I'm as hyped as you, but I'm pretty
Dude,
I'm
I'm
pretty
so
excited.
excited. I told you the other day we were
It's
in your
still
room.
football season.
Stop it. It's NBA season now. Sorry.
It's football season.
I was telling you, I was like giddy to watch Anthony Davis play. But anyway, so tonight you're probably wondering like why we didn't post on Wednesday night. Well, here's why. We wanted to watch LA Braun and talk about it. The first thing we talk about this week, LA Braun has arrived. What'd you think, Roach?
Showtime's back, baby.
Showtime is back, or they're trying their hardest because they're pushing that ball even when they don't have to. So we talked about this earlier, but they didn't hear it, so I'll say it again. It felt so they're pushing the ball all the time, right? If for the guys that didn't watch it, constantly just pushing the ball up. Every time they get a rebound, Rondo's screaming, "Go, go, go!" And I thought it looked so forced. And there was a few times they pushed it correctly, like you know they needed to push to get a basket. But sometimes it's like 4-on-5. Rondo's screaming at him to push the ball, and they just get like deadlocked. I don't know. What did you think of the chemistry of the first game of this Lakers team?
uh I was actually kind of surprised at how well everyone fit together. You heard a lot about the personalities that were added in the off season with Rondo and McGee and Stevenson and Michael Beasley, all those veterans coming together with strong personalities, joining LeBron and these young guys. But I thought it like none of those egos really showed out, at least in the first game of the season early
Yeah,
on. So yeah, I think it's just we talked about this a little bit earlier before we got cut off, but just a bunch of basketball guys out there.
yeah. It looks they literally played like good basketball players.
Yeah,
We're saying that, and that probably sounds so stupid, but like when you watched, it didn't seem like all right. You do this. This is the only thing you do. You only shoot threes. Like you only post up. They all were kind of just like playing freelance like basketball, and it was good to see. They
yeah.
ultimately lost by 9, but the game was a lot closer than like the score. I mean, it's
Ultimately
still a close
lost by
score.
9 because Nick Stauskas had the game of his life
Nick Stauskas, my boy. I've been waiting for this breakout game for 5 years, Roach, and he does it in the biggest stage probably of his career. Honestly,
against the LA Bron Lakers.
the first game everyone's watching, and he did it early too, so it's not like people that were going to sleep didn't see it. It was
Yeah.
like second quarter when he did it.
Mhm.
And I said this earlier, but I'm saying it again so that people can hear it. He was so confident when he took those shots. He drained those 30-footers. He two of them, 2 for 2 on 30-footers, Steph Curry shots. He drained those, and he didn't hesitate in taking them. I'm obviously overreacting. Game one of an 82 game NBA season. I'm sitting here saying Nick Staus is going to be like the most improved player or something like that. I'm not, but it was good to see. And Trailblazers kind of needed a shot in the arm like that. Like last year, they got destroyed by the Pelicans. They didn't really have a guy like that.
Yeah. Yeah. They didn't really have a guy who
That even the potential to go off.
mhm. Other
So
than say Dame.
yeah,
Dame or CJ, but
CJ was kind of quiet today. Like I totally forgot about him, and then he kind of did some work in the fourth quarter. But
mhm. Did some work late to keep him
yeah,
up.
still scored the quietest 21 points I've ever seen in my life. So LeBron ends with 26 points, 6 assists, 12 rebounds. Sorry, no threes, only two, only not only two threes, only two threes from the starting lineup for the Lakers. And Contavious Caldwell Pope started. What do you think about that decision?
I feel like it was the right decision because I like Josh Hart coming off the bench,
Yeah,
at least as of now, better than KCP coming off the bench, just because of, you got LeBron, Rondo in the starting lineup. But uh yeah, it didn't seem like he played. He played 27 minutes, but
yeah,
it
but it
didn't
didn't
seem
seem
like
like
he
he
was even in the
played.
game. He wasn't a factor like at all.
He felt like I felt like he was in there for like most of the first quarter, and then we were sitting there watching. And I was like, "Has Caldwell Pope even played in the second half?" It was like the
Yeah,
fourth quarter.
it didn't seem like he did, but he was in there
Yeah, he was.
according to the
I'll tell you
according
what,
to the
dude, he
stat
was
sheet.
there. That's
It was a
about it.
quiet 27 minutes, I'll
He
tell
only
you
shot
that.
3 times.
Yeah.
That's crazy. But ultimately, I think Josh Hart's probably gonna take the starting spot, and then Kuzma will be the guy coming off the bench. But and then when they get Wagner back, I don't know. Michael Beasley can kiss those 2 minutes goodbye.
Yeah, I also feel like Lonzo's gonna once he starts working his way back in, he'll probably end up in the starting lineup too.
Yeah, instead of Rondo.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of agree, but I feel like Rondo is just too much of a jerk face and that he won't like let that
Too much of
slide.
a jerk face. Did you just say that
I
on the
said that.
pod?
I said Rondo is a jerk face. Someone make a shirt of it.
Oh
He's
my
straight up jerk
gosh.
face. But yeah, I talked about this too. That him yelling "go go go" and like him constantly being like that, like people like Kuzma, Josh Hart, I feel like they're not gonna take that well, especially Kuzma, because like, who are you? Like, you're not LeBron. The only person I'm gonna listen to that's saying like you're being more constructive than LeBron, you know,
Yeah.
and you're Rajon Rondo. Rajon Rondo, great player, might be a Hall of Famer? Question mark.
Championship player.
Championship player, championship experience. He knows what it takes to get it done, but there's a reason he's been run out of town a few times. Like, I don't think it's even that there's like incidences. I just think it's like it's sick of him. Like the constant like pressure. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
That'd be great.
Yeah, for sure.
So yeah, L.A. Braun, it's his debut, not as planned, but I'm sure if LeBron wanted his way, that he would have debuted in L.A. That was kind of stupid he didn't, but he debuts Saturday night, 10:30 against the Rockets. Should be a good game. And speaking of the Rockets, they played the Pelicans and
And did
Anthony
they get
Davis.
smacked?
And did they get smacked?
They got God smacked by
They
Anthony
did.
Davis and the Pelicans.
Miritich played so well. So there was questions, right? Will Randall, Miritich, and Davis be able to play together? I'll tell you what, man. They can play together.
They can definitely play together.
Miritich is like it's so
I
weird. I don't even know like what position he plays.
I
Sometimes I
feel
think
like
he plays the four. I think he's a three. What do you think?
I think yeah, I'd say he's more of a 4 for that team, but there were times where it just seemed more like I don't know, did they ever play all 3 of them on the court at the same time? I don't think I
I
saw
think
all
they
3,
did in the fourth quarter.
but if I feel like they could manage that because Mirotic isn't necessarily like he's pretty athletic for a big
Yeah.
guy. You could easily move him to a 3.
And he doesn't like demand the post. Like
Yeah,
he learned like playing with Bobby Portis in Chicago. Like I don't have to be down low and calling for the ball. Like this isn't old school basketball. Like I can just sit here in the corner and play fine.
and can some threes.
Yeah, but I'll tell
He
you
could
what.
not miss.
Yeah, he was insane. He was like Stauskas out there, the best shooter in the world, Nick Stauskas. But I don't like this Rockets team. Like
He,
I remember
I
going into the season, I'm like, I don't like this team. I think they got like significantly worse. And then I actually saw them play like a regular season game, and I was like, yeah, I still don't like this Rockets team.
I tried to talk myself into it because I was like, they lost some defense, but I felt like the addition of Carmelo and some of the other I was actually kind of surprised the way Michael Carter Williams played. He
He
played
played
pretty
well, yeah,
well,
yeah,
but some of the additions I just thought they're gonna make it work.
yeah.
They'll find a way to keep the defense, relevant, good enough. But if there was one game that you could overreact to, and it'd be okay, it'd be this one.
I agree because man, I'm gonna overreact about Anthony Davis right now.
They could
I
not stop
I didn't know Anthony Davis
anything.
was such a good passer. He was dropping dimes to Mirotic under the post because
Yeah.
they didn't they didn't trust Capella to guard him one on one without fouling.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
they brought like PJ Tucker over, and then Mirotic, smart basketball player, just cuts. And then Alfred Payton had a triple double. Like, what are you supposed to do? Like, is this Pelicans team for real? Am I
On a side
actually
note
gonna? What?
on a side note, Elfrid Payton looks 10 times better with his haircut.
You weren't a
Doesn't
fan
have
of the
that
hair.
he doesn't have that mop flopping on top of his head.
Maybe that's why he had that extra bounce. I even thought like, wow, he has some bounce to him that I didn't see before.
Yeah, I had
Granted,
never seen
I
that type
didn't
of
watch many Suns or Magic games in the last 4 years, but
that's also true, but I'd still hadn't seen that type of explosion burst from him like that.
Okafor didn't play. I thought that was weird. He played a little bit, like barely at all, but I thought it was weird. He like I didn't see him at all. I might have looked at
Yeah,
my phone when he was in.
especially the way they were dominating the game.
Yeah, you thought they were
Figured they
gonna.
might have found a way to get him in, but
Davis almost played 40 minutes, and I think he's gonna make a run for the MVP. Before, like, this isn't blasphemous that I'm saying Anthony Davis is gonna make a run for the MVP because he has the talent, but I didn't think he'd go for it, you know. And
yeah.
then before the game, they're talking. Anthony Davis himself said that he wanted to win the MVP. So great players like that, when they set a goal out like to win the MVP, yeah, they usually do it. Like James Harden, he was like, "I want to win the MVP this year." Russell Westbrook, the whole organization was like, "I want Russell Westbrook to win the MVP." But and then speaking of the Thunder, we covered the Pelicans look great, Rockets not so great. Pelicans obviously won that game. Warriors Thunder. What were your thoughts of that game?
I was surprised at how close the game was considering the Thunder did not have Russell Westbrook.
Yeah.
I I knew this team got better with the loss of Melo, but I didn't know what I didn't know is how much better they would get by having like a supplementary point guard like Schroeder.
Schroeder looked good.
Schroeder looked really good, and even if he's not gonna be in the starting lineup, obviously he's gonna come off the bench, but I think that just makes him stronger.
I think he's gonna, yeah, and I think he's gonna make a, like, he's gonna have starter minutes basically.
Yeah, he's just not gonna
He's not just gonna get the
start.
start. Yeah,
But yeah, he's definitely I was really surprised at how well that Thunder team played.
yeah. And then when you get like Russell Westbrook and then
Defensive player of the year, Andre Roberson comes back.
Andre Roberson, who apparently is the most valuable player of this team, every time the Thunder lose, the excuse I hear is Roberson was hurt.
Shout out Zave.
Shout out Zave. But yeah, Roberson, when he gets back, like Alex Abrinus's minutes are probably gonna go down, and Raymond Felton. One surprise I had from this game, one was that the game was close. Two, Nerlens Noel didn't really play. I thought he was going to be like the dark horse, like best acquisition they got.
Really?
Yeah, I thought he was
I
going to
think
play
he's
well.
I didn't think he would be the best acquisition. I figured it would be Schroeder.
I thought he was going to play like 20 minutes or something like
But
that.
I don't know, like, because I mean, I haven't really been keeping up with the Thunder too much, so I'm not sure, like,
Maybe
if
this was a thing. Yeah, there was
was
no like,
there
yeah, keep going.
was there any like injuries, like was an injury a type thing for him? Because I think like there's no reason to not play him.
Well, here's what I think. I think they got him and they didn't think he was as good. Like, this is the
Like,
role they maybe envisioned him in. You know what I mean?
yeah, so you're saying they picked him up not necessarily to play the type of role we envisioned him in, like,
Yeah. Not to play like the Pat Patterson role,
yeah.
which I felt
I don't think
he
he
was going to
could
take his role.
really.
Yeah. Because
I
Pat Pat.
think Patrick Patterson can just stretch the floor. Like
Maybe
he's,
4 years ago.
I mean, he's better at stretching the floor than Nerlens Noel is now.
Yeah. Okay.
or ever has been in his career, or ever could potentially stretch the floor in his career.
I don't know. I feel like Noel is just a better basketball player than Patrick Patterson, and I they can make it work. I think, but maybe they didn't even envision him in that role. Period. So yeah, who knows?
Or maybe
Um,
they just didn't think he was necessarily good play against the Warriors.
yeah, maybe. Yeah, you're right.
But
But I feel like the big man kind of shine against the Warriors. You know what I mean?
yeah, maybe it's a byproduct of Russ being out. Like maybe
Yeah,
Billy's got something up his sleeve, or I
Billy
don't know.
Donovan, go back to
Who
Florida,
knows what's
dude.
going through that man's head?
Excuse me. So yeah, Dennis Schroeder stole that game in my eyes. Like, just he was the story of the game. Paul George played really well. Um,
Be expected.
he expected. Um, and then KD played well, obviously. Did Did you know Steph scored more points than KD? Did not know
I, I
that.
I did know that, but it didn't seem like it.
Yeah, that was a quiet, almost
It
triple
was a
double.
very quiet.
Because I didn't even feel like he like played. Like, I don't know. He played and was out there, but I don't know. I feel like I was more paying attention to like Clay and KD,
Hmm.
players like that. That's why this Warriors team is dangerous, man. Like, Steph Curry can put up 32 points without even looking.
Yeah, you don't know another thing that I kind of took away from this game is Draymond did
Yeah,
not look very good.
he looked pretty bad actually.
Yeah, he
I said
looked
that. I was like, this is the
pretty
Draymond
awful.
decline.
We're witnessing Draymond Green's career declining already.
Yeah, that's kind of sad, but and obviously this is the first game, but I feel like he lives for these games against the Thunder,
Mhm.
where
Yeah.
KD like has to play his old team. He loves it, but he just looked off. Like, he looked a step slow. I mean,
Yeah, and it might have been, like coming off the championship, beginning of the season, not really having his legs under him, but I don't know.
yeah, I can't imagine this team winning like 65 games. They could if this team tried, dude. That'd be insane.
If they tried
Yeah, like if they tried in the regular season, like if they every year they were like, all right, we're gonna beat our win record. I think they could
74 and
do it.
8.
Yeah, this team could probably go 74-8 with just their like the stars, the big four.
Yeah.
If they just tried night in and night out, even if Draymond's like non-existent anymore, you still
Nah,
have Clay, Steph, and KD.
I think Draymond is without Draymond, I don't think that team's that the same.
It's still Steph Curry, Clay Thompson, and Kevin Durant.
I get it, but he's Draymond's the heart and soul of that team.
Listen, dude, if they didn't have if Draymond Green didn't exist and they had Steph Curry, Clay Thompson, and Kevin Durant, they would still be just as favored to win the title as they are right now. I can't even. Yeah, that's it. Just think about it. That's still two of the best shooters of all time,
All
three
I'm
of the best
saying,
15 of all time.
we witnessed it, and I know they didn't have Kevin Durant, but we witnessed it.
Oh yeah, they
We
didn't have
witnessed what
Kevin
happened.
Durant
We witnessed what happened when that team didn't have Draymond.
without Kevin Durant, without their best
Okay,
player.
okay, but Draymond is the glue to that team. Like, I feel like without him playing at his peak,
I feel like
the team's
Draymond.
vulnerable. He does a lot behind the scenes
I just feel like Draymond was the glue of this team when
before they got Kevin Durant. Yes, we've heard
they
you
were
say
like
it.
a gritty when they were the strength by numbers team. Basically, like,
They were the strength by numbers team last year. They had
okay,
that
they
on
keep
their
saying
ring.
I know they keep saying that, but the strength by numbers team was the first title. Like, how Iggy steps up, like just how they played together without KD. Like, no
How
one.
Iguodala steps up and wins Finals MVP.
Yeah, I just
No, it should have been LeBron, but
in a losing fashion. Has that ever
yes,
happened?
once. I think it was Jerry West,
Huh. Probably because they
but
didn't want to vote for Bill Russell or something. Man, racism in America. First political line of the whole pod history. All right. Continuing. The first game of the entire NBA season, Celtics Sixers. Um, Joel Embiid says this is not a rivalry because they keep beating us, basically.
Yeah,
Um,
to put it lightly.
yeah. Ben Simmons played 43 minutes this game. 43. That's insane. The first game of the season.
Opening night, yeah, that is crazy.
And you lost by like 20.
I
They
think
keep going.
it's just a testament to how good this Celtics team can be.
Only
'Cause
one Celtic player hit 30 minutes.
are you kidding me? I didn't
I'm
even look at
dead
the box
serious.
score.
I
I didn't
wrote
look
this
at the
down
box.
after that game. They, Horford's the only person that hit 30 minutes, and he got 30 exactly.
That's wild.
Their depth is insane. That the Sixers, second best team in the East, probably. Who knows what the Raptors are going to be? But just on paper, like going into the season, Sixers should take a big leap and be the second best team in the
Oh
East.
my gosh.
Did you just take a
Horford
look at the
only
stat?
hit. Yeah, I'm just now looking at the box score. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and like Kyrie, they pulled the plug on him early. He only got like 7 points. So this team is deep, and Jason Tatum looked like an alpha dog, dude.
Jason Tatum is
Is he
gonna
the
be an
best player
MVP
on
in
this
this league.
team
I mean, I'm not
right
gonna call him
now?
the best player on the team.
Dude, I'm
He
game.
definitely
I'm in
had
overreaction. First game of the season mode.
Kyrie's the best player on the team. Come
Yeah,
on.
you're right. And they're gonna bring him back too.
But give it a year or two, Jason Tatum might be the best player
I
on
think
this
Jason Tatum might win an MVP
if
in 2 or 3 years.
if he's on this team.
Who? Kyrie?
Jason Tatum.
Dude, what? What are you saying to me right now?
What
What
do
is
you
this
mean what am I saying
blasphemy?
to you? You said to me, would you trade Jason Tatum for
And what did I say? I said
Anthony
no.
Davis?
I was just being hypothetical. No, I wouldn't. But no. Jason Tatum is going to be a top 5 player in this league at least, I think. And I think Jalen Brown is going to maybe bounce. What do you think about that? How do you okay. Oracle Lorenzo Rocha. Look
Oh
into
yeah.
your crystal ball. How do you think the Celtics team is going to play out? Because people are leaving. This is the best team they will ever have. This one right here. So they need to win the title now. Who's going to be on this team? Who's going to leave? Blah blah blah. What do you think?
Well, one way or another, I don't think Kyrie's gonna be on this team next year. Either
I
he's gonna
know.
get traded
You think
or
he's going
he's
to get
just gonna
traded?
resign.
Oh,
I mean,
okay.
if I'm
You're saying.
Danny Ainge, yeah, I'm saying either he's gonna get traded or he's just gonna sign somewhere else in free agency. But he's not gonna be on this team next year.
I think that's blasphemy.
Um, I don't know. What is Al Horford's contract situation? Do you know? Is he in
I
the final
think
year of his deal?
I think he has two more
Two
years.
more. Okay, so yeah, I'm not worried about him. If I'm Danny Ainge, I'm not getting rid of any of my young guys. So Jalen Brown, Tatum. I think Terry Rozier.
So if
It's hard to
if you're getting rid of
say.
Kyrie, you're keeping Terry Rozier, right? Is that the
I
decision you're
mean,
making as
I
Danny
want to
Ainge?
say yes, but Terry Rozier's gonna demand not like just he's gonna be. You have to pay him.
Terry Rozier looked good against the Sixers. He looked
You
good.
you have to pay him, and I don't know if he's honestly worth it.
But this is the thing. In my mind, you have to pay somebody. And if you can't get the top guy, you got to pay somebody, you know? There's so many bad contracts in the NBA. You can have an intermediate contract. Like it's not bad, it's not good. Maybe they're like let's think about it. Maybe that's what's he going to get paid like 4 years, 80 million, right?
Yeah, we'll
That's
go
what
with
Marcus
that.
Smart was offered by the Kings, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's what like Zach Levine is getting paid. That's so stupid. If I'm Terry Rozier and I'm seeing Zach Levine get paid that after his rookie deal, you're like, Come on, you got to pay me, you know. And if they
Yeah,
get rid of Kyrie, that's a max contract there, so they have money to spend. But I disagree with you. I think Terry Rozier is probably the one that's gonna. He's
the one
probably gonna
that's
leave.
the one that's out.
Yeah,
See, I just don't see Kyrie staying on this team.
I don't. Why?
I just don't.
That blows my mind. He wants to be there. He's one of the best point guards in the league. Why wouldn't you
I'm
sign
sure
him?
he I'm sure he does want to be there, but I'm also sure he doesn't want to be
Danny Ainge
there.
traded for him.
You keep saying that, but
He traded for him.
I don't know if it was necessarily to get Kyrie or to get rid of Isaiah
They
Thomas.
weren't just gonna get rid of Isaiah Thomas. If he wanted to get rid of Isaiah Thomas, he would have went all in for Paul George or something. The 1 year Paul George. You know, I can't believe you don't think they want
Why
Danny
go for
Ainge.
the 1 year Paul George if you could go for the 2 year Kyrie
Yeah, and keep him.
and not keep him?
What? When he traded for him, he wasn't like, man, Terry Rozier, he's really, he's really gonna blossom. That just happened.
Well, okay, when he traded for him, Terry Rozier wasn't what he is now. And now that Terry Rozier stepped up, he's gonna be cheaper than Kyrie.
It's
Potentially fits this team better than Kyrie,
Kyrie's only 26. He's one of the best players in the league.
and he's
It,
not gonna be on the Celtics next year.
oh my gosh, somebody write this down. I'm in shock. I already knew you thought this, but just hearing it again just hits me out the same like it was the first time. He's
That's
gonna
my
be on this
take.
team. Terry Rozier's not gonna be on this team next year because someone's gonna want to pay him stupid money. And that's when Danny Ainge looks and is like, eh, I can pay 10 million more and have Kyrie
Is Terry
Irving.
Rozier restricted?
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
gonna next year's a free agency.
Kyrie's gone.
I just love how you said that with such confidence. So, I mean, he's not going to get traded because if he gets traded, it has to be by the deadline.
Yeah, that's true.
So,
Depending on who they can, I mean, I don't even know who they're looking to get. I know Anthony Davis is a name that's been floating around, but I don't see him going to the Celtics.
yeah, they already tried to trade for him.
So,
Oh, that's why we
yeah,
talked about like Jason Tatum.
yeah,
I
that's what
asked
I
if you think they offered Jason Tatum. I don't think so. They probably didn't even offer Jalen Brown actually.
I could have sworn you said you would give up Jason Tatum for Anthony Davis,
No,
but because I
what?
was saying I
I
wouldn't do
said
that
Jalen
either.
Brown. I think I was just like being like devil's advocate. Like,
Yeah, I don't know.
would you trade Jason Tatum?
Anyways,
I
the one
would.
takeaway from this, Kyrie's not going to be on the Celtics, like I've said over and over again.
That's crazy. Embiid played 37 minutes. I think that's good for him. He could have a really good year if he plays like 35 to 40 minutes a game
And stays healthy,
and
yeah, for
stays
sure.
healthy. Plays like 72 games.
They
I
played tonight and they looked pretty good, so
Yeah, against the Bulls, but yeah, the
got to
Bulls
beat up
team's
on
weird.
somebody.
Yeah, hey, you only beat who you play. You only beat who you play. Um, so let's just go through a little bit of trading stuff. So Clippers and Pelicans, they swap players. Wes Johnson for Alexis Agenza. Very small, but I feel like it just Pelicans, they kind of need wing guys. They don't really have a lot of them. They have a lot of big
Yeah,
guys,
and
but
they definitely don't need Agentsa,
I
so
like Agenza, but I liked him like 3 or 4 years
but they
ago.
don't need him.
Yeah, they don't need him. He's expendable. Clippers need another big guy. They have a lot of small guys. So it's just made sense for both.
Yeah, I
They
think it
traded
made
straight up, no harm, no
yeah,
foul.
nice little trade.
Um, Bucks got Jody Meeks. Your Bucks, like, is that your favorite team? The Bucks?
I mean, if I had to pick one, I guess I'd go with the Bucks, but
Yeah, that's how I was about the Pistons. So now I'm all in on
I'm
who
not all in on the Bucks. Not
barely
calling
beat the
that.
Nets. Let's just make that clear. Barely beat the Nets.
This Pistons team is not good.
We can talk about this later.
Trade Blake, all I gotta say.
I'm on the Trey Drummond train. I think he's probably has more trade value than Blake.
I don't care. I'd rather
I
keep
don't
Drummond and
care.
get rid of
He
Blake.
says. That's- I mean, Blake Griffin's a better player and he has less trade value. I'd say trade
Is he
Drummond.
better?
What?
Is he better?
Yeah,
Are you?
because Andre Drummond
You don't
can't play
sound.
offense.
You don't sound too confident about
I
that.
am confident. I'm locking this down. Blake Griffin is a better basketball player than Andre Drummond.
Questionable.
Andre Drummond, though, 16 rebounds a game last year. That's
I've
insane.
never liked Blake Griffin, so
What? Even when he was jumping over cars, you didn't like him?
no.
Oh, I was on the Blake Griffin hype train. I think I had like one of those jersey shirts of him because that's how on the Blake train I was. I
Back in
thought
the
he was really
day.
good. I thought he was going to the Lakers back in the day, actually, but then they got Chris Paul because the league screwed over Chris Paul and the Lakers. Anyway, I digress. Um, you just disparaging Blake Griffin got me off track. What were you even talking about? Jody Meeks?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, the Bucks got Jody Meeks. Who cares? Honestly.
Yeah, honestly, that Jody Meeks is a grandpa. He's not going to do anything.
His best years were with the Lakers, and then the Pistons paid him stupid money because that's the Pistons for you. Stan, Stan Van Gundy, GM of the century. Um, and then rounding out some just miscellaneous NBA news. Uh, Adam Silver says no team in Seattle anytime soon. What do you think about Seattle getting screwed out of a team?
I'm going to be completely honest.
If you, dude, those Seattle listeners might have torches ready.
Seattle can wait.
They can wait. So if there's an expansion team, Seattle's not the first option.
I mean, if there's a bigger market somewhere that,
Like
I mean,
Las Vegas, wink, wink. That might be happening. Wink.
wink, wink. I mean, just I'd do what's in the best interest of the league, not necessarily what a select market wants. So,
Wow, sounding like a true businessman, Lorenzo Rocha.
Kelly
Business
School of
quarter.
Business for you.
Yeah, Kelly School of Business. um, yeah, I want Seattle to have a team. We were kind of talking about this. I don't remember who said it. Someone from the Ringer. They were like, "There's talk if Anthony Davis leaves New Orleans, they might lose their team. Like the owners would like sell them or something because there'd be no roadmap for them to like get a
Yeah, they
star
just
like
go.
that again.
They just go straight back into purgatory.
Purgatory." They kind of lucked out though because they had Chris Paul and then like 2 years later they got
Anthony
Anthony
Davis.
Davis. They were bad for this. Um,
They were bad for those few years with Anthony Davis too.
yeah, because he got hurt a bunch. But how long? He's only been in the league 6 years, dude.
Dude, that's crazy.
It feels like he's people were talking like another. I think it was the same Ringer clip talking about Anthony Davis. They're like, now he's not one of those good stat young guys anymore. He's like in the upper echelon. Like he's talked about like with Kyrie and LeBron and Steph now. Like this is a new development, dude. If you knew anything about basketball, you were talking about Anthony Davis like this 2 years ago. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
if I had to pick anybody in the league to start a franchise with, I'd pick him. I'd pick him over Giannis. I'd pick him over KD, over LeBron, even for the
for
marketability.
for the general public, for the average NBA fan, I feel like Anthony Davis
Is a new item.
is a new development, but for like someone like me and you who's, pretty we're we're very involved with sports. We keep up with this kind of stuff. We've known what Anthony Davis has been about.
I'd watch garbage Pelicans games for the last 2 years just to watch Anthony
Just to
Davis
watch
play.
this man, because
And
he's
now he's playing the
a
Rockets opening
freak.
week on
He's a
ESPN.
freak.
He is so good. Is he the best player in the league? Mark, was that too soon?
I'm still giving it to LeBron, but I think I'm putting him above KD.
You put him above KD. Okay, I like it.
I think I'm putting him above KD.
I like it. So we actually are doing basketball fantasy for listening, and LeBron James was first pick, but I thought it was an outrage that Anthony Davis was not the first pick of this draft. I was like distraught. Like, how do you not pick Anthony Davis?
Who did
You-
get Anthony Davis in our league?
Didn't you get Anthony Davis?
I think I did.
Oh you don't even know?
I
You should
mean,
be forced to trade him now.
dude, it's football season. I'm not paying attention. I told you, I'm not looking at my fantasy basketball team until after football.
After like the regular season? Isn't that like in February?
I did get Anthony Davis.
Wow, you don't
That
deserve him. That's all
is
I know.
awesome.
Wow. Unbelievable. I'm shocked right now. All right.
And Ben Simmons and Kawhi
Ben
Leonard
Simmons going off. Kawhi
and
Leonard.
DeMar DeRozan.
Kidding. Kawhi Leonard played a good game against the Cavs tonight. Um, so for people at home, it's 2:37. I have work in the morning. I'm pumping out this pod.
I got work in the afternoon.
All
No
right.
class tomorrow. Gang gang.
Um, let's do a quick. This is rough draft. I feel like we can kind of adjust this, like as the season goes, maybe.
Oh, for sure.
Maybe just keep the same list and then like we can change it and
Yeah.
stuff. So our rough draft playoff predictions, the way too early playoff predictions, our overreaction playoff predictions. So these can be insane, honestly. Um, I'll start just to show you how crazy this might get. Number one, Warriors. Writing it down. Number two, Jazz.
So we're starting in the West, and
Starting in the West.
you're going in order of
Yep.
seed.
Yep. One, two, three. Number
Okay.
three, the Pelicans. Let's see if the Rockets make the playoffs at this point. Four, I'll go Thunder. Five, Rockets. Six, I'll go Lakers. Let's see. Dang, I'm doing this on the fly. There's a team I'm forgetting. Help me out, Roach. Seven. Who's at seven?
I'm not telling you.
Dude, you're gonna make me look this up. This is ridiculous.
This is your way too early playoff predictions.
I know. I know. Oh, okay, yeah. Oh man, who do I want to put here? I'm gonna put Trailblazers. Trailblazers at the 7 seed, and then Spurs 8 seed. So notables I'm leaving out. Timberwolves. That's about it. That's the only top team that I probably left out. The Mavs. I don't think they're gonna make the playoffs, but anyway. So you give your West.
All right, here's my West. 1, Warriors.
Yeah.
2,
Lay it
New
on me.
Orleans Pelicans.
Wow.
As long as Anthony Davis is on that team,
And they all play together like that. It's
I
2 seed.
like it. 3, Jazz. 4, going with the Lake Show.
The Lake Show. I like it.
5, Thunder. 6,
Good
I'll
lord.
stick the Trailblazers in there at the 6th
Oh my
spot.
lord. Have you said the Rockets yet?
No. 7, Dallas Mavs.
This is absurd.
Just because I think Luka Doncic is the real deal. Doncic
I
is
love
the
it.
real deal.
I love that people are jumping on
And
the Doncic train.
honestly, I was not on the Doncic train at
I
all
know you
last year,
weren't.
but now I am.
I'm watching Real Madrid games and you don't even believe he's going to be a good player.
Mavs at 7,
Okay.
Spurs at 8.
Wow. No Rockets in your playoffs.
No Rockets.
What's the road?
I got the Rockets at the 13 spot,
Oh
just
my
above
god.
the Kings and the Suns. I got the Grizzlies above them.
This is so stupid. Are you joking or you don't think they're gonna make the playoffs?
No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. This is just
It'll be
your rough,
close.
rough.
This is my very rough draft. I need to see more of them. More than that blowout loss.
I need more. Um. Oh my goodness, my face hurt. Hold up. Okay, here we go. Eastern Conference. Number one, the Boston Celtics, best team in basketball. You heard it here first, as of today. Number two, Toronto Raptors. Number three, the Philadelphia 76ers. Number four, the hometown Indiana Pacers. The Pacers of Indianapolis.
The Pace Show.
The slow pace show. Miles Turner just asking for the ball in the post. Victor Oladipo waving him off. Five, the Milwaukee Bucks. Bucks not good. Newsflash, they are not a good team.
Newsflash.
Number six, the Cleveland Cavaliers. Newsflash, also not a good team.
I
Chetty
feel like you say
Osman,
that about
best
every
player on
team.
that team. Number seven, Charlotte Hornets. Not a bad team. You know, okay.
Wait, not a good team either. You didn't say good team, so make
I
that
did
clear.
not. Eight, the Detroit Pistons.
Oh my gosh. Keep them
Also,
out, bro.
a very bad team.
Very bad. Keep them out, bro. Come on.
All right. You know what? On the fly. This is how rough this draft is. I'm putting in the Orlando Magic off the back of Nikola Vucevic.
Wait, you put them in over the Pistons now?
Oh yeah,
So you just butted the Pistons out of 8.
yeah. They're sitting at the 15 spot now. You brought me to my senses.
Did you not put the Heat in?
Nope.
I'm shocked.
Maybe because I forgot about them. Maybe not.
Yeah, I know. It's because you forgot about them.
The Heat are terrible. Not a good team either. The East, by the way, they're top heavy. And the only person on the top of this heaviness is the Celtics.
Yeah, pretty much.
This
This
is
is
like,
Celtics. This is
it's
the
like,
Celtics conference to lose,
honestly, it is.
and I don't even think they could
Let's
lose if they try.
let's be real right now. This is their conference to lose. If they don't make it to the finals, blow it up. Only
It
keep
just
Tatum and Brown
it just solidifies my point that Kyrie's not going to be on the team.
because they're not going to make the finals.
But
That's true. That's what you think. You're locking that in.
I'm locking it in. Whether they could win the finals, and I still think he'd be gone.
You're insane. All right. Give yours.
All right, 1, Boston Celtics.
Wow, what a shock.
Yeah, I know, big shocker there.
Blasphemous.
2, I'm gonna throw in the Toronto Raptors.
I like it, dude.
Following suit, 3, 76ers.
Okay, we're sounding familiar here. I love it.
A little familiar. I'm gonna switch it up here at 4 with the Milwaukee Bucks.
Did you not hear my note about the Milwaukee Bucks earlier? Not a good team.
Not a good team.
But they have Giannis,
5,
man.
the Tricky Vic Pacers.
Tricky Vic. I think that's the best name you've come up with in anything ever. Tricky Vic.
Just for the viewers out there, this Tricky Vic, it's a callback from Black Ops, Call of Duty Black Ops. Victor Reznov.
I
That's
didn't
what
know that.
Woods refers to Victor Reznov as Tricky Vic in Black Ops 2.
I did not know that. I thought you came up with it. I'm so betrayed.
I mean, I kind of did come up with it, but
But you didn't. You just
but I
put it on
mean,
somebody else.
I translated it.
Dude, I thought for sure you came up with that. Wow.
Wow,
I feel so lied to.
I shouldn't have admitted it,
Wow.
but you know,
Let me
learn
mark
something
that
new
down.
every day.
Tricky Vic, not original.
All right, continuing 6. I really don't know where to go with this, so I'm just gonna say Cleveland Cavs.
Wow, dude, that's what I put them. Are you forgetting about the
7,
Miami Heat too?
no. 7, I'll give the Heat. And
Okay.
8, I do like the Magic at 8 too.
You do
Mo Bamba.
you actually like the Magic at 8 because that's a total joke, by the way, for me.
I actually like the Magic
I'm
at
actually
8 for
I'm gonna change it
real.
again. I'm gonna change it again. Since you think the Magic are gonna make the playoffs, well, the Atlanta Hawks at number 8.
You're absurd. You're just speaking out of your butt now.
No, the Hawk. The fact that, did you call the over for the Hawks earlier?
Yeah, I did. Can I change that?
I think you should change that. I actually think you should put money on the under.
Yeah, I think I might put money on them getting negative wins, like if that's even
They're
possible.
literally gonna play Trey Young into the ground, and I love it. Like, why not? You know,
I might as well.
I'm actually gonna look at their over
Got
under
nothing
right
else to
now.
lose.
Let's go to Odd Shark. What is over under? Um, they say the Lakers should be a lock to win 50 wins.
That is kind of absurd,
Their
but
over
let's
under
go
is
like
23 and a half. The under is actually like you need to put it's negative 110 minus 110. So you can't even like so there's action on that. Obviously. Um, that's crazy. Yeah, the Hawks lock for the under. People listening, I don't encourage gambling, but gamble all your money on the Hawks under. Bet your house on it, please. All right, so that was we were stupid there. We need to come back in 2 weeks and
we'll yeah, we'll come
refine.
back here 2 weeks to a month and we'll definitely refine these
Yeah, let's give it. How many games you want to give it? Like
20.
20? Yeah, I was gonna say 20, 20, 25, something like that.
We'll go like quarters of the season.
Yeah. So yeah, that'd be like 20. Okay. So let's talk about the NFL. Last week, a little fantasy update for you guys. I had a monster week. 173 points, no PPR, points per reception. And the person I beat actually had 146, so I'm sure they were very upset. Let's take a look at my team. Roach, how did you do in fantasy?
I won both of our leagues. Well, in both of our leagues. So doing pretty good. But
We're up top the league. We're the league leaders in our money league.
yeah, I know, and guess what? Guess who gave you your only loss?
You.
Yeah, there you go.
But I beat the team that beat you, so like
But my team underperformed that week.
always. So Pat Mahomes got me 39, all reliable. Saquon Barkley 34. Sony Michelle, the draft pick of the century, 23 points. Tyreek Hill had 38, and then Gaskowski had 22. Those are all the notables. What do you think of Sony Michelle, Roach?
I feel I think Sonny Michelle was one of the biggest pickups you've ever had in your life.
Listen. This is how confident I was in him. I drafted him. You know what I mean? Like I didn't pick
Yeah.
him up.
Was he hurt at the beginning of the season?
Yeah, he didn't play the opening game,
Okay, because I was gonna say I figured he'd be their starter week 1, but
and then he
I didn't know.
started uh week 3, I think, and he looked terrible. But then, man,
Took
he's
him a
bounced
little bit
back.
to get his
He
legs under
runs
him.
so weird.
He does.
It doesn't even look like he's like sprinting. It looks like he's jogging. But hey, you can do what you gotta do. So I kind of want to talk about the crazy Pats Chiefs game. I'm not trying to make this Pats centric because I'm a Pats fan, obviously. But that game was crazy. I actually didn't get to watch it when it happened because I was working. But I saw the highlights, and man, I missed a good one. I was so upset.
What a shootout.
43-40. Expected that because the Patriots defense is terrible. Atrocious.
But you know what's worse than the Patriots defense?
The
The Chiefs
Chiefs.
defense.
The Chiefs defense is so bad. They just need to like sustain.
It is an all-time like probably with the worst defense in the history of the NFL.
Is that statistical or are you just saying that?
Yes, that is like statistical.
And they have like the best offense ever.
If their ineptitude continues, it'll be the worst defense in the history of the NFL.
You're blowing my mind right now. That's crazy. Their offense is so good. Their defense literally just has to be not the worst defense ever.
I know.
That's all they need to be, but they're somehow messing that up.
It's
I'm actually shocked right now.
but we'll see. They don't have their two best players, Justin Houston and Eric Berry, so
Yeah,
hopefully
Eric
they come
Berry is
back at the end of
big.
the season, towards the end of the season, and can try to right a ship
What's wrong with Eric Berry?
playoffs. He tore his Achilles last year, so he's still working back from
Oof,
that.
that's long.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
long. I don't think he's coming back. Just based off, I didn't even know like the timetable or anything, but it was last season.
It was the first game of the season last year, so he's had almost like
Oh, so he should be
a whole
good.
year. Yeah, he'll
Yeah,
come
yeah,
back.
he
I'm
should
not worried
be.
about him
He should
not
come
coming
back
back.
like week 12. My
Yeah,
guess.
he'll definitely be back before the playoffs, like no doubt.
That's good. I'm actually really happy for Pat Mahomes because he just needs somebody to not allow Tom Brady to throw it to Gronk a bunch and not score. By the way, he's on my fantasy team. Gronk is didn't score a touchdown, but it's okay.
I can't believe he traded Kelsey. Well, who was it? Kelsey for Gronk?
Well, no, listen, you're leaving out details here. Been discussed on the pod. I actually think I won this trade. Gronk for Kelsey and Keenan Allen for Julio.
I
And
don't think you won that trade,
what? Kelsey has been popping, and Julio gets like over 100 receiving yards all the time. Can't score though.
but he doesn't catch
He
touchdowns.
can't catch a touchdown. That's upsetting. But still, I think I won that trade. So the games this week for the NFL. What are some marquee games that you see that people should like
So
watch?
I got 3 games
I have
for the
3 games
general
as
public
well,
here.
and I guarantee they're the same 3.
I guarantee you they're not, but
Okay, let's see. You go first.
all right. Number one, first and foremost, Ravens Saints.
Ah,
I think
yeah,
it's, did you have that?
yeah.
All right. I feel like this is very interesting. I love me some Drew Brees. I've said that I think every episode of this
I think
podcast.
you have to. It's
But
either Drew Brees or Jimmy Butler. That's what this
but
podcast is.
I'm excited to watch this Saints offense go up against this Ravens defense. I think the Saints could be the best team in football.
Yeah, I think so. That's not
Even
blasphemy.
even behind like we saw with the how the Seahawks fought against the Rams, and the Rams away from LA just they're not as dynamic, they're not as explosive. It doesn't seem like as home field advantage is the thing
Yeah, but
in football.
an upside is like if the Rams have to play in New Orleans, which will never happen, but they're probably gonna get like home field. But if something crazy happens, they're playing in a dome still, you know. So
Yeah,
keep going.
but anyways, I like that. I think that game will be interesting to watch. Honestly, all depends on how Joe Flacco plays. He's so inconsistent. Either when he plays well, he plays really well, but when he plays bad, he plays really bad. So we'll see how that goes.
Question.
Um,
When this
yes,
whole Joe Flacco elite thing was going around, were you on the right side of history and said that Joe Flacco is not an elite quarterback?
playoff Joe Flacco is an elite quarterback,
All right, but
not
that's
regular
not
season Joe Flacco.
okay.
Playoff Joe Flacco is a real thing. That's like playoff Rondo for the NFL.
I don't think a playoff round. I think he just continue.
Anyways, second marquee game of the week for me is Texans Jags.
No way. I didn't have that.
Did you actually not?
I'd not. I didn't have that. No.
I'm just after watching the Jaguars get blown out last week, I just want to see that breakout game from the Texans.
Yeah. If there was a time to like put your season back on track,
It'd be here
it'd
because
be here. Yeah.
they're 500 right now, same as the Jaguars, and if they win, they can kind of make a push for the division lead, get a little bit ahead there. So I think it's a pretty big game for both teams.
Definitely.
Obviously, the Jaguars need to figure out what the heck they're doing. Their defense hasn't looked too well or too good the past couple weeks.
This isn't a must
So
win, but it's like you
it's not a
probably
must
win it.
win, but it's pretty big. for both teams here.
Yep. What's your last one?
And then number 3, I'm gonna go Pats Bears
Ah, I have that.
because we saw the Bears lose a close one in OT to the Dolphins, but that defense though
In Chicago.
in Chicago, and it's the Patriots. So
I'll tell you what, dude. I'm not.
if the Bears can get, if the even though it's not, even though it's in Chicago, if the Bears can win this game, I think it just proves that they're they're no joke.
I don't
Which
think that. Yeah, I don't think they're a joke.
I don't want them. I want them to be a joke because they've been a joke for so long. But
Then you just love it. You just love stomping on Schmel.
it's just hilarious to be able to trash on Bears fans. But
I think it's hilarious. The Bears fans are trying to talk themselves. It's risky, but it's okay.
yes,
6 touchdown passes.
those are my
Yeah.
3 marquee games of the week.
So you said 2 of the 3. I have Bengals Chiefs as the other one that I have. I thought we were for sure gonna have that Texans Jaguars one through because Jaguars have their offense like it's just not fun.
It's not. But
Not a fun experience.
at the same time, watching the Texans is very cringy.
I know. That's why I can't believe you picked them. That's what
I just
we
think
still believe.
it's gonna be an ugly game, and I just think it's gonna be interesting to watch.
Yeah, it's they both decent like obviously Jaguars have good defense, and then the Texans have a good defense. Yeah,
Yeah, there's just nothing around. There's just nothing around Deshaun Watson. He has no help on the offense side right now.
yeah. Except Hopkins, dude, he's crazy.
I mean, their receiving core is pretty good. I like Hopkins. I like Fuller,
Fuller, yeah,
but he just doesn't have an offensive line, dude. He's scrambling for his life every game.
yeah. And then Lamar Miller, good running back, but he can't do
Low
anything.
key good running back, but can't do anything without an offensive line. So
I agree. I agree. So yeah, Bengals Chiefs. Um, Bengals top of the AFC North, North, top of the AFC North, and I don't know, like they've been playing well. So just coming off a loss, they get to, 2 teams coming off a loss. Got to win. Somebody's got to win,
someone's got to win, obviously,
and
or
it's Pat
maybe tie.
Mahomes.
Maybe give us the
Oh,
third
oh,
tie
you're
this
right.
season.
They don't have to win actually. You're so
So
right.
dumb, so dumb.
It what
NFL needs to change that.
they need to be like college. Do you like college OT system?
I do like the college OT system. I just don't think it really translates to the NFL.
Because the kickers are so good.
The kickers are so good, and also the offenses are so like
So you think it'd go to like 10 or something like that?
yeah, but
Probably. Yeah, you're right. Because I feel like there's some stupid coaches in the NFL. Don't get me wrong. Bill O'Brien, I'm looking at you.
Jason Garrett, I'm looking at you.
The first coach fired bowl was insane a couple weeks ago. By the way, I can't believe both of those coaches are still. Can't believe coach hasn't been fired yet. Actually,
Really?
yeah.
I don't think there's really a coach that I'm
The fact that the
maybe
Cowboys smacked the
the way they smacked the
Jaguars, I
Jags. Yeah,
think that saved
just
Jason Garrett's job for the whole season.
oh, oh yeah, I think so too.
Because
I think so
I thought he
too.
was kind of on the lukewarm seat. I thought his seat was getting kind of hot, but not anymore. The clapper is back for a
Yeah.
whole season.
The
What?
only coach that I think's on the hot seat right now is John Gruden. Get him out of there.
10 years, making $10 million a year. What were they thinking, dude?
I don't know.
What
And
were they
now they're trying to
thinking?
trade Amari Cooper.
You're joking.
No, they're trying to trade Amari Cooper.
So they can get older or younger?
They don't have money. They can't pay him. They literally cannot pay anybody
How? Why
because of
not?
Gruden.
Is
Because of
that
Gruden.
is his? He's figured into the same salary, like the same like salary cap. Is that a
It's
thing?
not. No, it's like the owner doesn't have the money to pay.
Oh, he literally doesn't have the money.
Yes,
And you're about to move to Vegas?
dude.
That's probably why he doesn't have money because he's
The
paying for a
Raiders
new
are a
stadium.
mess right now.
Just seeing the clip of like John Gruden before Monday Night Football hype, like yeah, I
The
was just like, man,
Raiders
you're gonna
are a mess
screw
right
this up.
now.
Raiders are terrible. You know who's worse than the Raiders? People that defend John Gruden. He's not a good coach. He was
You know who's
mediocre.
you know
And
who's worse than people that defend John Gruden?
John Gruden himself.
Yes.
He was terrible on Monday Night Football, terrible as a coach. So let's. I feel like we should kind of run through like some award predictions real quick for the NFL. Do it real quick. Who's your MVP right now?
My MVP right now is Todd Gurley.
I agree. I was gonna
He's
say
a
Mahomes,
monster.
but
I would say Mahomes, but he's thrown double-digit picks the last couple games. Kind of cooled off a little bit.
he's throwing double-digit picks, dude. Damn.
Or my
I know what you
bad.
mean. I know what you mean.
I did not mean double-digit picks. I meant
20
multiple
picks in
picks.
2 games. Oh my god.
I meant multiple picks. Sorry, it's kind
I
of
knew what you
late.
meant. It is late. It's like 3. That's why I want to do this quick. Holmes is obviously number 2,
But yeah,
but
I'd put
still, what's his
Mahomes, Drew
touchdown?
Brees, Drew
His
Brees there
touchdown
at number
to
3 for me.
number 3. Yeah, I couldn't think of a number 3. I guess Drew Brees. I guess the story's there. Maybe Kamara, but he had a bad game last week. But yeah, coach of the year, I think McVay, right? 2 years in a row.
Yeah, either McVay for me. I gotta look through this real quick.
I'll give you my top 3 real quick. I put McVay, Reed, and then Sean Payton.
Yeah, I'd probably leave Sean Payton off. I'd go probably McVay, Andy Reid, and then Matt Nagy, the
Mm,
Bears coach.
yeah, that's good.
I'd throw him in there.
I agree. Yeah, he's making Mahomes look decent. Not Mahomes,
Trubisky
Trubisky.
looked decent.
Offensive player of the year, I put Mahomes. Like if I'm gonna have Gurley win, I'm gonna put Mahomes.
Yeah, I'll put Mahomes there too.
Because you can't win MVP and offensive player of the year, right?
No,
Yeah, I
that's
didn't
not a
think so.
thing.
I put Goff at 2 because why not? That's basically like
Yeah,
McVay winning player of the year.
he's looking pretty good. He had a little bit of a down week against the Seahawks, but that happens, you know. So
Yeah, I had Melvin Gordon at 3.
yeah, Melvin Gordon's looked really impressive, and he's been a monster in fantasy for me.
I just that's kind of a little fun pick I put. Like some he's probably not gonna get talked about, even if he like continues to go crazy. Like he's not gonna be talked about,
Yeah,
which is kind of sad. But
you know, another since we're talking about Melvin Gordon, the Chargers, real quick. I saw something right before we did this. It said the Chargers are locked in to LA for 20 years
what?
until 2040. They like something about the they like have a lease for the new stadium or whatever with the Rams, and they're like locked in. They cannot leave. They're not going to leave LA for at least 20 years.
Are they building a new stadium together?
Yeah,
Okay, I don't know. Like,
I just think that's crazy because honestly, I kind of expected them to get forced back to San Diego
yeah,
because
but
they have
honestly,
no
like
fan base in LA,
the fan base in San Diego is not crazy.
but it's better than LA.
Yeah, but you're in LA. I mean, I don't
So
know. I'd rather be in.
I don't know. It was crazy. Earlier in the week, I read something that said it was concerning for the NFL, like how bad the fan support is
Because
for
they're
the
stuck.
Chargers. And now they're stuck. Well, it just happened today that they went through with that lease or whatever.
I
So,
feel like the best possible situation to like turn this around is this Chargers actually being good.
which they kind of are.
No, but I mean like you get like home field, something like that. Like you get a
Yeah,
1 or 2 seed,
yeah. Kind
and
of build
then
up the hype for it.
people will like kind of have to show up, right? If they have home field,
What would be wild is if the Rams and the Chargers both went to the Super Bowl.
that'd be
It's a
cool.
battle of some LA Titans.
And LA was hosting a Super Bowl.
That'd be insane.
That'd be crazy. Uh,
Anyways,
I love that.
continue.
I love that LA has a football team.
Continue with these
Yeah.
awards.
Defense player of the year. I put. Here, you go first. You go first. I went first.
For Depoy,
Yeah, Depoy. Yeah,
I'm gonna have to go with Khalil Mack.
Yeah, I hope he's okay.
Yeah, I had a little bit of an ankle, tweaked his ankle a little bit there against Dolphins early, but he did come back and play in that game, if I remember correctly. He
Any
finished
other
the game.
names you wanna throw out there?
Um, honestly,
I have a couple.
not that I can think of off the top of
Uh,
my head.
if
So
I had to vote right now with my media vote that I have, I'd put Kiki Alonso at 2. I thought that was a nice
really,
little one. Yeah,
being honest, you
I'm
being
being honest.
serious?
Yeah, yeah. Alonso at 2, and then JJ Watt at 3. I mean, Khalil
Yeah, I
Mack's
mean, I
obviously gonna win this.
could throw J.J. Watt in there. I can't think of really anyone else if I'm being
That's the
completely
thing. I couldn't
honest.
think of
So
anybody, and I was like, Kiki Alonso doing pretty good. Um, uh, let's go with Roy, just the Roy, because they do that now.
just the rookie of the year,
Yeah.
not offensive rookie of the year.
No, we're just going. They actually do rookie of the year, offensive rookie of the year, defense rookie. So you can, if so, I'll just if you win rookie of the year, you can win offensive rookie, defensive rookie of the year. Who you got?
Hmm. My rookie of the year.
Dude, this is easy.
You think so?
It's Saquon,
I don't know if it's
bro. He's
Saquon.
popping. He's
Yeah, you know who else is popping?
Denzel Ward,
Denzel Ward. You know who else is popping?
Baker
Derwin
Mayfield.
James. You know who else is popping? Tremaine Edmonds. You got a bunch of good
They're
defensive.
literally gonna give this Saquon. It's there already. He has it. I think they already gave it to him.
Can't say they already gave it to him. It's only 6 games in,
I think they already gave it to him, honestly.
and that Giants team's awful.
So
Give it to Derwin James, who's contributing to a playoff team.
giving it to
That's all I gotta say.
I went Saquon Ward Baker. I wanted a big name in there, so I put Baker. Oh Roy, who you got?
Saquon.
Yeah, I put Saquon Ridley question mark because he's been bad the last 2 weeks, and I put
Yeah.
Sony Michelle in exclamation points.
Honestly, if he continues, he could be in that conversation, especially contributing to a playoff Pats team. So
Yeah, Sony.
yeah.
They probably felt stupid in the beginning, like man, we gave up Deion Lewis for Sony Michelle. Like,
Nope, not stupid anymore.
nope, not stupid. They didn't give him. They gave up Brandon Cooks for him, but like they didn't sign Deion Lewis because
Yeah,
they're gonna get
we knew.
like
I knew what you meant.
yeah. I didn't want to get destroyed by Schmilgott or something. All right, D Roy. I'm going Ward, Edmonds, and I didn't have a third one, but Derwin
Derwin
James.
James, bro. Derwin James is my number one. He's my pick for deep defensive rookie of the year.
Okay. All right. All right. I get it. That's fine. I just like Denzel Ward a lot.
I do too. They're all playing really well, all three of them.
Yeah.
Toss up. We just gotta see how this season shakes out, but I'm taking Derwin James
As of right now. All right.
as of right now.
So that wraps up episode 4, late night edition, late edition, late and then late night edition. Um. So yeah,
Not gonna lie to you guys, I barely made it through this one.
yeah. I thought you were falling asleep. Honestly, I had to go wake him up.
You
It's
did
like,
have to come
Roach,
wake me up.
what's up? And he's like, I was waiting for your text. I was like, I texted you.
Oh crap.
Yeah, this is what we do for you, the viewers.
Gotta give the public what it wants.
So next week, same like regular schedule. This was kind of late because the NBA season started. We wanted to talk about LeBron.
Yep.
You got any shout outs?
I do not have any shout outs.
Don't have a shout out, bro. Unbelievable. You couldn't think
I
of one on
would
the top of your head?
I would give a shout out to Aaron Rodgers, but Packers don't deserve it, so
Yeah, basically by the
I guess I
49ers. How
kind
about
of
shut up Mason Crosby?
you know what? I will shout out Mason Crosby hitting a game winner, barely squeaking by the 49ers. He deserves it. What a
My
way to
shout
bounce
out.
back.
Shout out Shea Patterson. Big game Saturday. He's going to come through, beat Michigan State. I love it. Nice talking to you, Roach. I'll probably talk to you right here in a second
For
after
sure.
we're over. So we'll see you guys next week. Have a good week and go blue. Am I right? Am I right, Rich? Go blue.
If that's what you want to say.
Go blue. Let's go. All
Whatever
right.
whatever floats your boat, bud.
See you next week. Bye. Bye, Rich.
See ya.
Good job, buddy.